Hello, hello, and welcome along to episode 2 of Soulforged, a campaign that takes place in Arvenia. Today I have playing with me, Jay.
Hi, I'm Jay, and I'm playing Kaya, the Trident Eloquence Bard Cleric.
I have Alora.
Hi, I'm Alora. I'm playing Karina, the Chronology Wizard.
I have Jamel.
Guys, Jamel here once again. Today I'm going to be playing Galthak Stonebreaker, our humongous, hulking Goliath, Way of the Juggernaut Barbarian.
I have Michaela.
Hi, I'm Michaela. I am playing Winona Barrelite, the Deep Gnome Rogue / Artificer.
And I have Josh.
Why is Jamal describing his character like he's setting up his Tinder bio?
You were so
he's
disruptive this time.
hulking giant. Anyways.
Have I got a hulking, burning passion for you right now?
Great.
Put you in the ground.
That's a lovely thought. Josh, spit it out.
I've lost my train of thought.
Got
Character.
him.
Player Foxman.
Yeah, I am playing Luca Wicks, the Fox Anthropomorph Drake Warden Ranger, with my BFF and brother Vero, my dark blue Drake.
Cool. When we left off last time, we had recently received members of the Forged into the town of Forge. They seem to have their emotions, their kinship, their soul, in fact, taken away. And there we pick back up in the small village as the old lady. She did have a name, but we put it down somewhere. And the old lady hands you with the shackled young gentleman who seemed to be the least capable of destruction. Galthak, you had unconsciousificated many of the others.
Yes.
Is it fair to say that you will assist the villagers in restraining them all? As that is the villagers' request, to restrain them, and they're determined to try and just keep being nice and being good to their lost folk, and hopefully restore them to themselves.
People here will likely need somebody to look these people over and see what can be done for them, if anything can. We should send word when we can.
Okay. Send word for a healer.
A healer, some kind of mind mage, something, anything that the realm can offer.
So the gentleman you met along the road, Iana. Iana will make his journey. After a night's rest, he'll make his journey back to Valaris to report of the news and to ask for assistance. Riddle, however, the gentleman who led you at the behest of discretion, will remind you that if you wish to make it to Karve before the deadline, you must be immediately on the road.
Indeed, we have
tired. But
we have little time left here. We have to be onwards.
Time is tight. Does anybody have anything else they wish to do in the village of Forge before heading onwards?
Well, I just wonder where they're going to keep these people that are restrained.
Mostly in their own homes. Restrain them within their own homes. As in the homes of the people who have been taken. Not their personal homes. Hopefully within those places they might be able to restore them to their former selves in some way or another.
Yeah, I guess I would be assisting in whatever way, just trying to think how feasible this might be on a larger scale if this keeps happening in other villages to restrain a certain amount of the population. It doesn't seem like the best idea.
Right?
Yeah.
Seems
It might work for a small village with a few people.
Exactly.
Restraining only a few. But if we're looking at 100, it's not going to work.
Even the small village, right? This is a good percentage of their population. If those who
Yeah.
would normally tend to them would be able to tend to them are not working, then the village will not last very long. Yeah. Work that out pretty quickly. They're going to need assistance from the crown, and that is indeed what Iana goes for. But on a large scale, how much assistance can the crown truly give?
So this will work for here, but something tells me it's not going to work where we're going.
Perhaps. Well, does anybody have anything else they would like to do within the town before moving onwards?
Well, I think, as some party members are helping out and stuff, I think Luca and Vera are just looking around, walking around, looking really fucking bored. This is not what the hero tales talk about. This grunt work. We should be fighting not dragons. We should be fighting ogres and giants and hydras.
Kraken,
Kraken,
desert worms.
Yeah, all of those things. Not tying up village folk.
Yes. It's a sad reality. Riddle looks to you, woman. Are you ready to leave? We should be moving swiftly if possible.
Yeah.
Look to the rest.
Very well.
I agree. We gotta no time to waste, unfortunately.
No, you don't. At least it stopped raining, right? The sun rose. It's approximately 8 a.m., 9 a.m. The sun rose a couple of hours ago, 3 hours ago. And the very start of your journey is going to be up a wet hill. It's a fairly steep incline, followed by a gentle incline for quite a long period of time. As you sort of get back onto the mainland, down from the bottom of the cliffs, and move around to Karve. You can't go along the beach to Karve. There is a rocky outcropping that sort of prevents any continued journey along the beach. As you guys head up the hill through the wet ground, with the exception of Karina and Winona, who are riding a phantom steed, the rest of you need to give me an animal handling check, please.
Oh. Okay.
That's good, Kai. That's good.
They're more used to
That seemed good enough.
Luca, you're
I got a 21.
Cool. So Luca's managing his mount pretty easily. He's had a fair bit of practice riding to and from town, with his father and whatever. Galthak, your ride is stumbling a little under your weight, trying to get up the hill, but you sort of encourage it and perhaps bop it on the head a couple of times, and the grumpy little fucker eventually pulls you up. That is Smithy, the mount. Kai, it's not going well. Every time this horse slips a little bit on the ground, he sort of shimmies his shoulders and moves back and grunts a little bit, and Kai sort of slips off to one side or the other. It's not pretty. Riddle sort of turns to you and, are you okay there?
No, sort of struggling a bit.
Well, perhaps a guide rope, and then he'll toss a rope back for your horse to sort of follow. We should at least keep him going. But after a couple of more times stumbling, Riddle sort of curses and turns, and perhaps we should walk the horses at least up the steeper part of the hill. This is going to slow us down. Does anybody have any other form of solution?
We're going up a steep hill.
When I say steep, it's only a sort of 30-degree incline, but a 30-degree incline when it's grassy and sand duney up in the wet, with little pebbles and stones falling down the hill every time the horse takes a step, while the horses are very tired, becomes a big challenge. Karina or Kai, do you have any magic perhaps that you wish to apply to said horses, or are we just accepting that it's going to be a walk? for a ride.
How far up the hill is it?
It's going to be
How
about
far to the
an
top?
hour to walk, about 15 minutes to ride if the horses would bloody cooperate.
Yeah, I can't really do much except make some more phantom steeds that if I sit still for 10 minutes, so
Ah, yes. Kai, anything, or are you happy to just walk the horses?
I don't really have anything.
I don't know, maybe a bigger horse might traverse the hill more easily or something. Maybe it wishes to be blessed. I haven't got a clue. But okay, if we're avoiding anything too experimental, then yeah, we walk the horses up the hill, and once you get to the top of the hill, Riddle sort of looks to you all, and he walks to each mount. You see him again give quite a large portion of this spiced apple with the carrot seed. He looks a little upset. Riddle, not the horses.
Were these the same ones we started with?
Yes, you were due to change mount at the ford, which
Okay,
is where
so
you're now going to ride to.
so this is like their second serving of this power
Carrot
berry.
seed, yeah. And as he looks to the horses, he sort of looks up to you all, and we're going to have to make it at a gallop if we're going to reach the ford in time. Otherwise, we'll have to wait in line with the other traders. I don't like to use these horses like this. It is unlikely they'll survive. But there are lives at stake. Come.
And
The riding will be fast and dangerous now. And he threads a guide rope through the other horses, other than the Phantom Steed. At this point, the ride is just going to be a straight gallop all the way to the ford. You're almost at the ford when Galthak, I need a athletics or acrobatics, probably an acrobatics check or a dex save. Actually, acrobatics check or dex save from you. You may choose.
Oh dear.
That's good.
That's
Natural
fantastic.
One,
Yes.
yeah? That's what I like to see. Don't you have advantage?
Oh, for effects I can see, I guess I can then if
You
you're
can
letting
see
me.
the ground coming very fast towards your face.
Okay.
Yes.
Uh,
10, that is a complete catastrophic failure.
Fuck.
Your horse buckles at the knees and goes down head first.
Oh,
And then your entire weight lands upon its neck as it buckles.
no.
You fat shit. And
Oh,
I'm
God.
afraid that is the end of the horse.
oh no.
Quite sudden, and as Riddle looks back... Oh, fuck. Well... Can you run, big man?
I'm right, I can. I'm not sure I can keep up with your horses, but I'll do what I can.
Well,
Let's
keep
get
us in
this
sight
sprint
at
on.
least. And with that, he shall shout you a word of encouragement, and I will take an athletics check, please, Galthak, to see how well you can keep up.
That's a 10 athletics. Holy shit,
10.
that's
Does
not...
that mean it's a 3 on the dice?
A 2 on the dice, yes.
Fucking hell.
Excellent. Right, unless you rage, you're going to fall behind.
Oh, I'll rage for sure.
Cool. Roll. Give me a second roll, and you roll with advantage if you are raging. And I believe when you're
Okay,
raging...
that's a 26.
That's a bit more like it. Yeah, Galthak's sort of steady stride, with his large legs and loping stride, sort of keeps him somewhat in view. And as the rest of you come racing into what appears to be a small trading post, which is on a large, deep part of a very small river. This river looks like it circumnavigates Valaris and joins up with the main river Arven. However, you are on the map, right? I'm not just spouting words at you. Yes, you are. Right.
Yeah.
In fact, let's share that with the stream as well. Do we have a token for us? We were using Zephyr, weren't we? Where the
Yeah.
Zephyr at? Where the Zephyr at? There the Zephyr at. Okay.
Oh
Okay,
bollocks! I
that
just
is
spilled
a
tea on the table.
very
Be
big
right back,
bird.
like 20 seconds.
Okay. Oh, that is really hard to do. Okay. Let's see whether we can give some No, I'm done. Bird down. You're somewhere between Forge and Karve. Take that. However, on the journey, on this way, as I said, is a small river that sort of widens out at this point. And you will need to take the ferry across. The ferryman does not look particularly inclined to take you in front of his first customers. As you arrive and as you look backwards, Galthak is perhaps 5 or 6 minutes behind, running at full tilt.
How wide is this river?
You've definitely touched on the problem. It's the width and the speed rather than the depth. It seems to be perhaps 50 or 60 feet across. No, that's not right. Is that right? Yes, that is right. 50 or 60 feet across. But it's fairly narrow, fairly shallow. Perhaps only 3 or 4 foot in depth. The problem is the river is running very quickly. So it's a ford, right? So the river's spread right out. You could ride upriver and then cross it and then come back down the river, but that would waste a large amount of time.
So hypothetically, if I cast Water Walk on everyone,
Oh yeah,
would that be totally fine? It wouldn't cause any problems with how fast the current is?
definitely the current won't be a problem. Let's have a little look. Water walk.
Because it lasts an hour and I can cast it at least 3 times.
Okay, does it say anything about magical creatures?
The spell grants the ability to move across any liquid. Up to 10 willing creatures you can see within range can gain this ability for the duration.
100%. Obviously, you can't cast it on the horses and all of the... Actually, you can at this point. Because Galthak's horse is dead af. So there are 6 of you and 4 horses. Given that Winona is riding double, right, and Galthak is jumping, running, however you want to look at it. And the horses await you on the other side, so actually, that would be really, really backwards. Don't water walk the horses. Water walk each other. Walk across and pick up your fresh horses on the other side. I suppose you can include the Phantom Steed. Brilliant. Riddle will look to you and... Now that's going to save us some time. He flicks the ferryman a silver, who starts yelling angrily about how he was promised 15 gold pieces for the traversing of this river, and you guys had reserved it, and you've missed your slot, and he's done no work for the last half an hour while he's waiting for Riddle, and Riddle just runs off into the distance onto the water where he really can't be followed, and suggests that you all do the same. Galthak, as you sort of arrive, and immediately Kai is sort of gives you a water walking spell, and you see everybody just sort of moving across the water. You can catch your breath on the other side. As you reach the other side, there are 5 horses awaiting you all. Technically, there's 6 horses. Okay. Winona, do you wish to ride, or were you quite happy phantom steeding?
I mean, I won't impose myself. I can take a separate.
Okay. Obviously, the other advantage of you not riding is that the horse could be used as an extra to be swapped if one of them appeared to be particularly.
Yeah, but thank you, Karina. It was. I love. What is your phantom steed's name, by the way?
Well, I've just sort of started working on it, so I haven't really gotten that far.
I will just bet it's beautiful mane, which was made from water, if that's right, if I remember correctly. And
it looks very cool when it's riding, or when it's water walking across the water, because it looks like it's flying all the way down the main into the river. In fact, perhaps it looks like the Phantom Steed is the source of the river, which is pretty cool. It's not, but it looks cool. And as you get to the other side and sort of remount, Riddle takes it at a sort of fairly decent canter. But again, it's a sort of steady pace. At this point, you've now been awake for 27 hours. So I will take a con save, please, from the lot of you.
I got a 14.
Nice.
18.
Nice.
16.
16. Great. Kai 16 and Galthak 24. Is that correct?
Yeah.
So nobody
Amen,
got below a
ladies.
12.
Ah,
Brilliant. You're not feeling fabulous, but you're all doing all right. The mission makes its demands, and you meet them. It's now probably a day and a half's ride to Karve, but as you ride throughout the entire day, I will take just one more con save, only from Karina, please. Karina obviously having to ritual cast every hour.
13.
13. I'm afraid you will burn a single spell slot of whatever level that spell is, Phantom Steed. As you sort of begin to utilize some of your magic resources to get through ritual casting every hour on the hour for 25 hours straight. Which is not really very healthy, by the way. You really shouldn't do that. But apart from that effect, you all do manage to make it through the day to about 5 in the evening. Go on, Josh.
I have a question. Is Neat Bay really messy? And is Mesa incredibly neat?
I like these. I like these questions.
As you are nowhere near, you don't know. You'll have to wait till you visit them.
And does Tradeford actually have no shops?
You've been through Tradeford. Tradeford has shops. It's a trading city on a river. Probably not what you're worried about while riding at this pace for 30 hours. Maybe you'll become delirious. Maybe that's what it is. But certainly as it approaches about 5, 6 o'clock in the evening, Riddle informs you that you will be stopping for 4 hours tonight at an inn. He expects to get there about 7:30 in the evening. And you will stop till late at night and then ride throughout the night and the following day to get to Karve on time. As the sun begins to sort of get lower in the sky, you do notice out on the water to the east 2 ships journeying towards the coast. Corinne, you have a spyglass, that's correct, is it?
Yep.
Go ahead and give me a perception check. You notice that they have red keels like the red ship raiders that you have previously encountered.
9.
9? Yeah, there's 2 red-keeled ships out there. You again notice that they seem to belong to the Raiders Isles raiders. Again, marks of the narwhal, marks of the raven and the pale lady, and marks of eagle and bear, and another mark of the elk. Various different tribes. Again, you notice that the tribes seem to be cooperating, but the raven and the pale woman are the main markings that remind you of the same raiders. By your knowledge, if they are coming north at this point, they should probably be coming up from Forge. Perhaps they've achieved their goal and are heading onwards. Perhaps it's the same raiding party that went to Karve, picked some people up, went back to Forge, went back, but with only a 9 on your perception check, you're able to discern any more specific details. Riddle notices them, but sort of shrugs as if to say there isn't much we can do about them. And a little while later, approximately 8 p.m., a little late, you pull into an ominously named tavern set out upon the cliffs a little way up from a small village. The little village known as... Larvel, Larvel. And this ominously named tavern is called the Hangman's Noose. As you pull into the Hangman's Noose.
How friendly.
Well, indeed, it does actually seem quite friendly inside.
Wow.
You are able to sort of notice a few people sort of just settling down for an evening meal. And yeah, it's quite warm inside. There's a large gentleman stood at the bar, and there is a younger minstrel stood over at the side playing a lyre. And as the gentleman sees you, he sort of First of all, oh, good eve. And then he sees Riddle and... Ah, Riddle! The messenger said something about changing horses, is that correct? And Riddle nods. Hi, that's correct. We'll take a meal for 6, please. Have you got a quiet room? We might get some rest. And he gestures towards a lady at his side, a maid. She's probably in her mid-20s. She looks a little haggard at this point. And her name's Parcia. And he says, oh, Parcia will bring you up some food. There's a joint on the spit right now. We'll bring it up with some broth and some vegetables and some fresh bread that was baked this morning. And ale and wine for a lot of you. I'm sure you're tired. There's a room straight up the stairs on the right, if you will. And Riddle leads you all up there. There is 6 sort of cots made up for each of you. One of which it looks like 2 cots kind of shoved together with a footlocker on the end. A sort of large mattress placed over the top.
That one's mine.
Yeah,
Okay, I guess
Riddle,
you can have that one.
Riddle
I thought
advises.
that was Vinona's.
Yeah, I just have like half of a freaking like pet bed in the corner.
It's probably half of your bed that's been taken for his.
Oh wow, that's fair, I guess.
Riddle advises you eat and then immediately take a short rest, and basically, try and regain some energy. The food's good. It's warm, and it's real sort of hearty fare, if you will. Good tavern food, and once you've got that down, you all settle down to rest. You'll notice that Riddle sits looking out the window in a small chair. He doesn't appear in any way fatigued.
Did we see him eating any of that mysterious? No.
And he's not got any sort of funny bloodshot eyes or anything like that are indicative of having used kerosene.
Well, what's his story? I wanted to ask.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah, I'll just ask. You seem pretty, like, used to this kind of travel. You don't seem phased at all.
Sadly, it's true. As a young boy, I was a courier. Well, a little bit of a slighter version of one. I used to run errands for businessmen in around Valaris. Those swiftest of feet were paid best. So I ran throughout the day. My skills were noticed by discretion, and later on I was a courier riding from city to town, village to city, bringing news, and I would ride throughout the day and night. Nowadays, some of discretion's quests for me are demanding, and I seem to have mastered the art of getting a little bit of rest in the saddle and going without sleep, and proper sleep at least, for a few days. I can go a little longer yet. Besides, when we're in Forge and when we get to Karve, it's not me that has to make the decisions. That'll take something out of you, I imagine.
I'm still. Yeah. I'll probably just nod to that, but I'm probably feeling a little like. What's the word? Like kind of down about how things went in Forge.
Yeah. He sort of looks to you and handled yourselves well back there, but can't be easy. It wasn't easy to watch. Those are our folk.
Yes, and I'm not sure how we're gonna handle things in the town in Karve coming up.
No. Try and get some light thoughts in you before you get your rest. It'll be a tough day ahead of us.
I'll try that.
He begins to sort of sing gently to himself. Anybody raised in Berwick, Karina probably not, kind of raised near Berwick, but certainly Luca would recognize the song he sings, a sort of old country tale. The tale tells of a witch who comes in the night to steal away the children, but returns the next day, and the children have seemed none for the worse. And years later, the children don't grow or age, staying young for a long period of time. And then eventually the children move out into the forest. And the story tells that later they go and take children from various villages and return them the following day, and those children don't age. It's basically a glorified version of Peter Pan, but it's an unusual tale. One that basically says try and see the good in everything. Not all evil is black and white. It's not the most cheerful tale to go to sleep on, but kind of makes sense given the timing.
In my head, it's that song that's like, "Come, little children, I'll take thee away." That song. You know that
I don't
song?
know that song. That's
Oh, Hocus Pocus? You guys haven't seen Hocus Pocus?
Oh, yeah. Not in a long time.
Oh my gosh, you guys need to
I've
see Hocus.
seen it. It doesn't mean I remember the soundtrack of it.
Sarah Jessica Parker sings it to entrance all the children.
Well, anyway.
Uncultured swine.
Sorry.
I'll
We
take
failed you.
Regardless, you all managed to get a short rest in. And the following sort of 4 hours, Riddle gently shakes each of you awake. It's about 11:30, quarter to midnight. Come, it's time we moved on. The night ride's not to be easy. It's rocky ground up on the cliffs. And it's raining out there. And with nothing more, after you've all been shaken awake, he leads you back down to where the tavern sort of door is propped slightly open into the stable, and again you see fresh mounts laid out for you. It's not just raining; it's absolutely tipping it down. Sorry, Jay, I'm getting some feedback. Thank you. Yeah, so as you all get out there, it's as I said, it's not very pleasant at all. But you're all able to mount up. Galthak, this particular steed, is looking a little bit more like a plough horse than a riding horse. I guess it was the biggest thing they could find. But as the horses get on the road, yours really doesn't seem to want to keep up.
Fine. I can just fall slightly behind the group.
Okay.
If it means I get there slightly later than the rest, or the rest of our people have to slow down, then so be it. If I fall too far behind and I have to, I can always hop off the horse and see if we can both go faster on foot rather than this thing just trying to carry me.
Yep. So it seems like it's got a lot of stamina in it. It just wants to plod a little slower than the rest. And after sort of 2 or 3 hours, you begin to see some lights on the horizon. Give me a perception check. Anybody who feels particularly perceptive right now? I think it's fair to say no Galvac. So probably Luca and Kai, I would say. Probably the most likely candidates. Winona, obviously, your dark light sight. Not adapted to above ground yet.
Yeah, and I got rain all over my glasses.
Yeah, that too. Luca? A perception check?
Yes. Where's my perception? That's a 15.
A 15.
That's with a plus 10.
Damn.
Plus 10? Jesus. Yeah, as you attempt to sort of discern the lights on the horizon, it's difficult. They seem to flicker a little bit, but you're not sure if it's because it's night and they're far away, or perhaps they're the signs of fires. You're not sure.
They've just not paid the electric bill.
Electric. Yes.
That's that. When I become king, that's what I'm gonna. That's how I'm gonna take over. I'm gonna enslave Vero and use him to power electricity throughout the entire land.
Oh yes, one dragon, like a power plant. As you ride onwards, Riddle sort of leans back to you, and those lights aren't coming from Karve. They seem a little closer. There's a couple of villages on the way. They don't look natural. Do you want to ride closer? We can find our way down to the coastline and ride along the coastline for a while.
These little lights that we see?
Well, they're not quite that little.
Oh,
I mean,
gosh.
they are for now, but as we get closer, there's Appleby down there, and there's Earthen. One of them could perhaps be the source of the light, but there could be a flame.
I want to check it, but that's just me.
Do
Can
we
we?
know? Sorry.
Can
go
I
on.
use my spyglass? I know that's been pointed out to just try to look
Mhm.
specifically at the lights to tell what they are.
Yeah. As you sort of look through the spyglass, it's difficult because it's such contrasting light, right? It's so bright and such darkness.
Mm-hmm.
You do note that one light is most definitely the lighthouse, and that seems to still be lit, which does tell you that this is Appleby, not Earthen, if you report that to Riddle. But the number of lights that you can make out are disproportionate to the number of buildings there would be in Appleby. You think perhaps that they are fires.
Do we know? Obviously, we kind of have the time limit on, getting to the kidnappers. Do we know how long really we have left?
Yeah,
Like-
you have 4 hours spare as such, right? If you waste more than 4 hours on the trip, it's going to take you an extra hour going that way. If you waste more than 4 hours on the trip, then you will be late.
If we go which way, we're going to be taking longer?
If you go down to the coast so that you get close to Appleby.
My best guess is the village is on fire.
Do you think it could be related to this? What we're currently investigating?
Give me a history check.
Oh wow, a history check. Okay, work. Not great.
How's that working
10?
for you?
10? Completely
yeah.
middle of the road.
Certainly it's obviously to you without the check. It's not identical, right? There were no fires in the previous town. And why would they leave a ransom note if they've just burnt the whole village down?
Yeah.
But fires are a common occurrence in raids along the coast in the Raiders' Isle. They do happen.
Oh.
Sometimes the fires are the village, sometimes the fires are the raiding boats. Lots of these villages are prepared in their own way to deal with raiders. But for the fires to be thriving in this rain, they're definitely not small.
Oh,
If it's a sign of the raiders, it might behoove us to see if they're at all connected to this.
Riddle,
There's a chance we can help, and there's a chance that it also connected. I think we should go.
if we're all happy, and Riddle sort of looks at you all like, we need to make this decision now, whichever way it is.
Do we know if there's any holidays or festivals going on at the moment?
Not that you're aware of.
So this won't be like a big festival bonfire or something.
It's also 3:45 in the morning. And
Huh.
it's a fishing,
Into Burning Man?
yeah, but it's a fishing village. It's not a big town, right? So even if they were celebrating, they'd be asleep by now. Festival or not, they'll still fish.
I just want to press out possibilities.
Yeah. Riddle looks at you, and there's no reason for those fires other than raiders. But as to whom the fires belong and whether we're too late, Only getting closer will tell. If you're all happy. And then he'll lead you down the hills, down the cliffs, I should say, really, towards the fires. As you get closer, you can hear a few sounds coming through the night. And at least one or two of the sounds is the clash of swords, perhaps?
We need to move then.
Yeah.
Yeah, as you first begin to hear those sort of clashing sounds, you realize that there is an ongoing battle happening down there. And with that, you are able to ride down the hill into the fray. Is anybody wanting to be on their horse in combat?
At all.
No.
I think
How do those rules work?
Karve is the only potential one. You can cast on the back of a horse. The horse uses its movement speed on your turn.
Sick.
Cool.
Definitely
yeah.
be dismounting and charging down the hill.
As you roll down there, Riddle says to you, see what you can help them. I'm going to try and get to one of the raiders' ships. And with that, he leaps from his horse and rolls to the ground and starts to run straight down the cliff, not along the path as you were. For a man in his early 40s, he looks incredibly lithe. But as you ride on down the hill, I will take some initiative, please.
So we saw ships on the on the coast
see
for this
nothing
town.
yet. You just see fire, but he's hoping that.
Oh,
the
okay,
raiders
I
have
see.
ships
He's
in there.
making.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's making a judgment call that if he can get to a ship, it'll be worthwhile.
Okay.
We're not going to use a battle map for this.
I'm gonna turn to Karina and just say to her we can't stay long, hoping that as a time wizard she'll let us know when it's time to bolt.
I'd just like to say that was totally a 20 on initiative, and I'm posting it in the Discord because that is just not fair.
Well, you get advantage on your first action. I don't know how that helps you.
Don't you have like a plus a million to initiative also?
I have a +9, but it
Jesus.
claimed it's a 2, and I'm just looking at that die on there going, nah, come on.
Wow, what?
That's some shit.
D&D Beyond's been wigging out lately though. Because yeah, some of my nat 20s weren't going through on the Wednesday game too for some reason.
I see what you mean. I thought you meant you'd rolled in real life and you'd got a nat 20 and you were showing me. No, you mean like it's a nat 20 and it's lying to you.
Yeah.
We can write it off as a sad story. No, that's not what I'm looking for. That's what I'm looking for.
Right, welcome to Club Low Initiative. Population us two.
All right, just for the sake of usefulness, I'm just going to put a very standard battle map on the on here for you all. Okay. If you want to just place your tokens at the bottom bit of the map, you should all be able to see there should be no dynamic lighting on. Let me know if there is.
Just see white squares.
Yeah, that's all.
Yep.
That's all we're doing. Is white squares. Just so that we can see where things are. I didn't bother. There was such a. There were. Yeah, I'm not going to go into detail, but there was no reason to create a map. Can I not? Oh, where have I put them? What's going on?
Don't hide under me.
Oh, I see.
Where's Galthak? We need him.
That's what I'm looking for.
He can hide all of us.
Yeah.
Gosh darn it.
Excuse me, coming through.
Oh, yeah. As he just barrels down the hill past us. With his somehow low initiative.
Okay, just give me a second. I think that's right. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Oh. How have I done that? I didn't mean to copy them, I meant to move them. There we are. Cool. Yeah, as you all start rolling down the hill, you see one of the people who seems to be relatively in charge at the back, sort of laying out directions. I'm just going to actually... fires out an arrow at one of the villagers. You will notice as you get closer that the fires appear to be barricades that the villagers themselves have put up and set aflame to prevent the raiders from getting any closer. It seems they were forewarned somehow, perhaps by their large lighthouse Appleby is famous for. Winona.
Oh, I think Karina should be first.
No, I got 11. That's what it said, so that's what we'll go with.
Okay. Big sad. I wasn't. So these are all the baddies?
Yeah, we're gonna just move over this way a little bit. Because it's
Okay.
really annoying for stream, so have to be that zoomed in.
And like, where are the fires?
Yeah.
Are we
okay,
on the
I can-
outside of the town?
Yeah, you're on the outside of the town. I really didn't
Cool,
think this was
cool,
going to be this necessary, but I'll just sort of... There's barricades there. Well, actually, let's say there's a barricade there, a barricade there, a barricade there, and a barricade there, and they're on fire.
Don't love that.
And there are a couple of villagers doing their best to defend the town.
Yeah,
they're sort of
okay.
Here-ish, shooting out some arrows.
Well, I am not hit from this range, so I'm gonna get closer, but behind one of these barricades also.
Okay.
There.
So from behind the barricade, you will have obscured vision. Attacks will be made at disadvantage.
no.
But attacks at you will also be made at disadvantage, right?
Oh. Disadvantage. It's the opposite of what I want.
But you
Okay.
could've- Yeah, you can sort of take one step to the side, throw a dagger, and then duck back behind.
That is what I will do. This is a good plan. Alright, yeah. So I'm just gonna poke my little head out, and I cannot use my steady aim because I moved, so I'll just throw 2 as my bonus action. One is a... Wait, gotta check my pluses. It's an 11 on plus... plus 8, 19.
Sorry, who are you firing at?
One of these in the front.
This guy, perhaps?
Yeah,
Cool. And that was a 19 to hit, did you say?
that was a 19. Yep.
That'll hit.
Oh, that's a 3. Plus 8, 11. Just perhaps an 11
Okay.
hit.
Yeah. Oh. What?
For my bonus action, I threw another one, but I think that one missed.
Sorry,
That would...
it was an 11 to hit or 11 damage?
Okay, I said that crazy. I did my 2 attacks at the same time, my bonus action and my...
Okay, what did you get on your first to hit? That's all.
19! That one
19
hit.
hits and it did 11 damage, correct?
It did 8 damage. I don't think I have sneak attack.
Okay, cool. No, you don't have sneak attack. Yeah, you do have sneak attack. Sorry, he can't see you. As you bring him down.
Fantastic! Then he did 17 damage.
Okay, cool. Yeah, so as you sort of notice him firing off arrows into the flame, suddenly your dagger takes him in the side of the throat. He's knocked down sideways and he reels to the ground. He's out of the fight, potentially dead.
Huzzah!
Bonus action? You throw a dagger?
Yeah, I threw another one. That one was an 11 to the one next to him, which I'm guessing misses.
An 11 does miss. Correct.
Oh well, and I will pop back here
Okay, cool.
and wave my companion closer.
Luca, you're up. So once again, shooting through the barricades of little black lines will give you disadvantage as the flames are rising up into the air and vision is obscured. If you shoot through the gap in the middle, obviously shots at you will be straight, but your shots will also be straight rolls.
Okay, I'm gonna move up here, and then I'm gonna shoot. I'm gonna hunter's mark this guy,
Okay.
and I'll shoot at him. Sharpshooting.
Disadvantage. Yeah.
Why?
You're shooting through the barricades.
I'm.
Do you want to perhaps shoot at all of these guys?
Sure,
Also,
I'll
why have you
shoot
moved forwards, just out of curiosity? You've got like a 120-foot range, no? Or 600-foot range.
to then hide behind one of the barricades.
Oh, okay. That's fine.
Okay, sure. I'll shoot at this guy on his mark.
Cool.
And I'm gonna sharpshoot him.
Yeah.
That's a 17 to hit.
17 will hit.
That's 20 piercing, plus. Nope, no, wrong one. I mean, it's still a d6, but yeah. That's another 4. And then Viral will use his reaction to also add 4 lightning damage.
Okay, so total of 28?
Yes, 28.
Okay.
To the first one. And then if he's not dead, I'll attack him again.
He's not injured. He's wearing a sort of leather breastplate. He seems to be a little annoyed. The arrow sort of takes him in the shoulder. He grunts, and you see him sort of almost drop his weapon before he reaches up and snaps the arrow at his shoulder, and then raises his weapon once more. Carry on.
I'm sad because Michaela killed the person I wanted to attack.
Oh, I'm sorry. We should have
Big
coordinated.
sad. Yeah. You notice that the guys
yeah,
at the front seem like younger raiders, perhaps trying to get their first blood in battle. Those further back seem better armed.
I'll sharpshoot at this one as well. That's a 21 to hit.
A 21 will hit.
That's 23 plus 5, so 28 altogether.
Nice. That's some good damage. He is severely wounded.
And then I will move here.
Okay. As you do so, these two bandits on the right surge forwards, attempting to go either way around the barrier. Both of them make their attacks at the villagers, and the villager on the right is brought down. He doesn't look like he's dead, but he does look like he's severely injured. Sure, we'll do that. I don't even know what that stands for. And the guy moves past him. Arrows from the back here, from this gentleman and this gentleman, fly forwards at Winona, both at disadvantage. Can I not roll this at disadvantage? I have to click it twice. The first one is a 19 to hit you.
Terrible. Yes.
7 piercing damage.
Oof.
The second one's a 7 to hit you, which will miss. And then the next guy fires off 2 arrows. The first one is a 10 to hit you, which I'm assuming will miss.
Yeah.
And the second one is a 12 to hit you, which I'm assuming will miss.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
Not bad.
Yep, this bandit on the right surges forwards and attempts to break through the middle. That's as far as they can get, though. At the back, our little friend, no, this friend, the one that, where is he? Severely wounded dude. There he is. I'll just refresh the page. This one here will, ready? Okay, I've loaded the wrong set, but that's fine. He was going to make his shot at Galfak. Galfak, that's a 15 to hit you.
That will definitely not hit me.
An 18 to hit you.
Nope.
And a 21 to hit you.
Ooh, that just barely fucking hits.
Okay, I need a D8. Plus 3. That's a 1, so it's 4. 4 piercing damage. Karina, you're
Nice.
That tickles.
This is one of the villagers, yeah?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, what I'll do is I'll put little yellow dots on, or purple dots on those that are friendly.
Okay, I'm gonna run up and I'm gonna send a firebolt over at this one.
Yep,
on
go
the
ahead, roll to
side.
hit.
24.
That'll hit.
Wow, that's terrible. 6 fire damage.
Okay, he's injured. You sort of
That's my
scorch
turn,
his
'cause
chest,
I'm a wizard.
but he sort of grunts and goes with it. That leads us to this gentleman here. You see him sort of reach back over his back and sort of launch something. It looks like he's sort of fishing, but leaving his stick going straight up into the air is a flask of glass. And as it drops down onto the battlefield, bear with me, I'm going to need to have a look in the range of this. Galthak, Luca, Winona, and Karina, I need a dexterity save, please.
Ooh, 26.
7.
That's a good save.
Okay.
16.
If you got below a 15, you will take 23 fire damage. If you got above a 15, you will take 11.
And I'll just brush my shields in front
Alchemist's
of me
flame
and
is sort of-
deflect the worst of it.
Yeah, it's not directly towards you. Yeah, so you can't add the +2, but you can take 0 to take half. Whatever the word
Yeah.
is. Yeah, cool. Upon seeing this, Kai, it is your turn. Oh, sorry, he's also going to move up.
Of course. The ground's not ablaze though, right? It's just
Sorry?
the ground's not ablaze though, right?
No, it's shitting it down with rain.
Alright.
Maybe the barricades get a little higher up, but apart from that, the oil sort of bursts out and then it's gone.
Oh.
Yeah.
Alright.
Sorry, Luca, were you hit by that?
Yes.
Concentration check. Concentration. Mark, please.
I'm gonna use my box's luck to reroll that.
Is that a nap 1?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
That's a 9 plus 1, 10.
10. Did you take 23 fire damage or did you take 11?
I took 11.
Then you will maintain your concentration. Sorry, Kai, I really will let you go this time. Kai, it's your turn.
Alright, I moved up some, and because I don't want to pick anyone above anyone else, I am upcast and blessed at 3rd level, so everyone's blessed.
Yay!
Okay. Including yourself?
Yep.
Cool, great. Okay, D4s on everything. Any bonus action out of you, Kai?
Bonus action, I will give inspiration to Galthak.
Cool, love that for you.
Thank you.
Does that conclude your turn?
Yeah.
Cool, love that.
Now it does.
First 2 shots are coming through the fire at Karina at disadvantage. The first one is a 17 to hit you.
Yep.
Cool. That is a grand total of 4 piercing damage. The next one is a 15 to hit you.
No.
No?
No.
What are you, the armor class wizard? Alright.
I have a mage armor tattoo that I would have set off once we started
right.
heading toward
Yeah, cool.
a battle.
Okay. The next shot will come at Winona. Disadvantage. 7 to hit you. And the last one at Luca. Disadvantage. 6 to hit you. Nat 1. Love that. These 2 are going to... No. Yeah, this one and this one are going to surge forwards. And Galthak, you're up.
Oh, we ready?
Nice
Okay.
initiative, by the way.
Yeah. Thank you. Fantastic.
God, dead
So I kind
last.
of got tangled in the reins of the horse and took a little time to dismount to charge in. But finally I'm here, good to go. I would like to rage.
Yeah, would you? That's good.
I would like.
I will not
to
let you.
rage.
No, you can rage.
That's too bad. I'm raging anyway. You say I can't rage, I'm going to rage anyway because I'm going to be enraged by the fact that you won't let me rage.
Mm-hmm. And then?
Then I shall go charging up to this one closest.
Cool.
This motherfucker's attacking people. I don't approve. I'm going to make this a reckless swang.
Yep. This is with your flail, correct?
Oh yes, it's 25 to hit.
Oof. The future is not looking bright for this raider.
Oh yeah, I bet not. So yeah, it's also blazing. So this is going to be.
Is it? It's only blazing
yeah.
if you lit it with a bonus action.
Oh, bonus action. Never mind. No, it is
Yeah.
blazing. I
Oh,
thought it
makes
would have been
sense.
blazing from me dismounting and going to battle, but no. Okay, it's just a regular hit with it then.
Yeah. Cool.
It's
It's a
gonna be-
bonus action to enlighten it.
Right. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Sure. 13 then, and then the iron within is going
And
to
the
be an
iron
additional.
without. Consider her
4.
massacred.
Yeah, she's
She's very dead.
paced on the floor.
Mhm.
Okay, I need to actually make sure I've specified advantage on it as well. Right. This next one, this raider, is attacking someone else.
Yep.
Once
Flanking.
again, I'm going to go swanging with exactly the same thing.
Okay.
Flame tongue flail. That's going to catch them upside the head for another 25 to hit.
Yeah. Arrowhead.
Yeah, okay, that's 12 damage. 14 in total.
Yeah,
with the
that's
extra
enough to
rage.
eradicate her. She is down.
Have I got just enough space to be able to squeeze in here in front of both of these ones?
It's a little hot.
I can handle a little bit of hot. I've got
Okay.
I've got this cool armor.
Yeah. Cool. Absolutely fine. Is that
And
going
I'll
to be your
just-
turn?
Oh yeah, I'll just be a big beefy shield wall and bash my shield for my flail and yell at these guys, "Come and have a go!"
Fantastic. If you think you're hard enough.
Yeah, Steve, you're hard enough, right?
This raider, quickly realizing that the stakes are not looking great, starts to head over here. Not sure what they want. Winonia this appears to be the captain, or at least not necessarily the captain of the boat, but like the person who's most in charge here.
In charge here. So he might know something. I feel like Galthak is killing it over here. I would like. Wait a minute. Let me see. I would like to disable him.
Also,
Okay, if I stand right here. I don't know. Can I aim for his legs or something?
yeah.
Cool.
But you will need a 19 or a 20 on the dice for it to actually prevent him from being able to move,
Ooh. Okay.
or at least slow his movement.
Okay. Okay. Wait a minute. Forget that. I will just like,
Probably a better bet.
yeah, forget about that. I mean, I'm just gonna get over there. No, I'm not gonna do that.
You do have a wizard and a bard, both very capable of disabling people.
Yeah, I know. Are you
You're
guys
quite
gonna
good at
disable
killing
him? Okay, then I will just kill. Yeah, I'll go back. I'll stay where I am, and I will attack this
Yeah.
one who's right next to
Sneak attack.
dear Galthak. Oh my god, these dice. Okay, 12.
A 12 will hit.
Oh, thank fuck.
Is-
Okay.
That is their armor class, you now know. Because you
Goddamn.
missed them with an 11 earlier on.
Yeah, that was the 11 was a 3, and now this is a 4 on the dice. But ignore that. I meant to roll damage. Okay.
Nice roll.
It was a good roll, but
Hey.
ignore it. It didn't count. So
Okay.
15 damage on that fool.
She is dead.
Awesome. And I will poke out here so I can I'll go for the one who's wounded in the back,
Yep.
actually. So I got no more sneak attacks to give. That's more like it.
Yep.
30, 20.
Okay, dead 20 will hit.
8.
You bring him to his knees with that.
He's over there just barely surviving. Okay, and I'm gonna just shimmy back here against these guys. Check in
You
on
see
them. How
him
are they
clutch his
looking?
chest in agony, and then he goes to attempt to pull the dagger out, but the psychic
Uh-oh.
dagger has already disappeared. And you just see this
Awkward.
welling wound of blood swelling up in his breast.
Yeah.
How are the villagers looking?
Yeah.
The lady on the left is holding what looks like a garden scythe. She's got a large cut down the left-hand side of her face. And she's got burn marks up her left arm. But she's sort of adamantly holding her ground. The gentleman on the right looks to be nearly 60. He's clutching a sword that appears almost too heavy for him to hold. But he's doing all right. Doesn't appear to have taken any too bad weapons. The dirt and grime that covers him, however, and the black soot of the flame obscures too much of his features.
Oh man. Okay, yeah. I'm just gonna reassure them. I'll point at how Galthak just destroyed like 3 people and say, "Don't worry, we're here to help."
That their rescuers have arrived. Luca.
Yes. I will stand here and I will fire an arrow at this guy and bonus action move my hunter's mark.
Yep. Why are you moving your hunter's mark before? You just want to leave that guy how he is? Okay, cool.
Yeah, because he's lower, so he might not need as much.
Makes sense.
And I'm gonna sharpshooter.
Cool. At the injured guy to your right, yeah?
Yes.
Okay.
That's an 18 to hit.
An 18 will hit. Poor guy has 5 HP. Leave him alone. Yeah. Your arrow just takes him clean through the eye and sticks out the back of his head.
Ugh.
So that's 24 altogether.
Yep.
And then I'll fire off at the other guy that was hitting
Yep.
before.
Standard shot.
Yeah.
Okay.
19 to hit.
Sorry.
A 19 to hit.
Yes, that'll hit. He's dead. He's got 1 HP.
That's 19 plus 2, so that's 21.
Yep.
Plus, I as well use my reaction.
Don't forget that lightning
your
damage.
arrow kind of hits him in the chest, directly between the hole that Winona left in him and the hole you left in him last time, sort of right in the middle, and he falls forward onto the arrow. You won't be able to recoup that arrow and snaps to pieces.
Oh, no.
Does that conclude your turn?
Yes. Oh, well, no, I'll go back behind the
Yeah.
thing.
Galthak, it's arrow time.
Uh-oh.
Fine.
What's your armor class?
21.
Mhm.
1.
Okay.
1. 1 out of 6.
Wow.
6 arrows shoot out from the flames at the back. Most of them strike your armor and are deflected. One of them, however, just sort of sits just in your shoulder joint. It's kind of annoying. But if you are raging, that is 2 piercing damage.
I'll
And
just openly laugh at them.
well, don't openly laugh too hard, as pinging up into the air and falling down upon you is another alchemist's fire. Yeah, fuck is about right. Galthak, Luca, Karina, and Winona. Dex saves, please. Don't forget your blesses.
Yes.
It's a dirty 20 from me, no bless used.
It's +4, this number. It's 21.
17.
Inspiration
As
yes,
before,
saves it.
if you get below a D4, you've got bless.
Nice.
If you
Yeah.
get below a 15, you will take 21 fire damage. If you get above, you will take 10.
15?
Luca, con save, please. Yes. So a 14 or below will mean you take 21 fire damage. A 15 or above, you will take 10. Luca, a concentration check, please.
That's 11.
11. That is a success. Karina, you're not concentrating anyway, are you?
Nope.
Cool.
I made it thanks to the
and
bless.
Karina, it's your turn.
How much was that? How much was it again? Was it a 15 or a 16?
If
save?
you got a 15 or above, you will take 11 fire damage. If you got a 14 or below, you will take 21.
Okay.
Okay.
Good thing. Yeah.
I need a wisdom save from the hooded man as I attempt to hold him in place.
Awesome.
A wisdom save, you say? Yeah. Shit. Wait a second. a 6.
Oh, he
Cool.
tried it.
Ooh.
Got him hiding.
Okay. And
Let me turn around to Kai, and I'm gonna just sort of. Ow!
give me a perception check, please, as well, Karina.
Ow, also.
As you cast out towards this gentleman.
Oh, 24.
You see a shrouded figure come up towards him, holding 2 daggers, blades down. You think it's Riddle.
Ooh.
Okay.
Does that conclude your turn?
Yeah.
Okay. This gentleman is going to move forward and make his swings at Galthak. These are at advantage, Galthak, correct? You swung recklessly.
Yes.
Okay, so the first is a 14 to hit. The second is a 23 to hit.
Okay. Yeah, that's a hit.
5 slashing reduced to 2 from the rage, and the next is a crit.
Okay, let's go. Let's see what you got, big man.
13 is reduced to 6.
I will reaction reduce, get rid of the crit.
So you'll do what? You'll just get rid of the crit? What, do, you
Oh,
want,
shit.
do you want to be a bit more specific? He's got to reroll,
Erase.
yeah?
Yes.
Okay, and we decided
I
to
couldn't remember the
rerolls
name
at
of the ability.
advantage. Okay,
I wanted to say silvery barbs, but I knew that was wrong.
I knew it wasn't silvery bomb, so that's just like, what
Yeah.
the fuck? So instead that'll be an 18, which will miss. So you can go ahead and heal that
Nice.
6
Nice.
back up.
Yeah.
Kai, you're up.
Okay. I heard someone say ow.
That's Karina. She's not looking great.
Hey, me too. Me and Karina are coughing up blood side by
Winona's
side.
also doing terribly.
Guys, all I got is a healing word.
It's okay. Don't worry
You
about
better
it.
use it. No, you don't have to use it until they're down. You're fine.
Exactly.
Exactly.
Just make Galthak bigger, right? Solves most problems.
Nah, everyone's still blessed. Everything's fine.
Is it time to use the Trident to Fish command to dominate an underwater animal?
Have we spotted any?
Every time I click on his sheet, I'm like, why the fuck does he have a level 4 dominate beast? And I look at it, it's like, oh, he can target a fish. Okay, cool.
Yeah. I can dominate any fish I want.
Sorry, Kai, you're up.
Just wait for the one session where we come across a vicious shark and I tame it.
You tell it no.
Be gone.
Yeah, so your turn. Do as you please.
Right, okay, man. Alright, so that guy's already held. I am going to... I'll go to these guys. Hey, he's just in range. Now, but Galthic's right there. Yeah, I'll target one of the guys in the back then.
Okay. With...
Vicious mockery.
Okay.
All that build up.
That's a 19.
We all know everything passes. I don't know why I try at this point.
Any bonus action from you? Galthak has not used his inspiration yet.
He has not.
Poor Chai.
I think he forgot he had it, to be honest.
What, my bardic inspiration? I did use my bardic inspiration. That's how I made that saving throw.
Oh, sorry. Galthak has used your bardic inspiration.
Well, sure. We'll reinstate bardic inspiration.
Okay.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Cool.
Gladly have some of that.
Cool. Yeah. Good job, guy.
Is that
I'll
your
just
turn?
make. Yep.
Okay. This guy is going to... No, rubbish. This guy is going to fire 2 arrows, one at Karina and one at Winona, both at disadvantage. 15 will miss Karina, and a 7 will miss Winona. The next guy will take 2 shots at Galthak at advantage.
Yep. Go wild.
Yeah, attack the big guy.
119, which will miss. And 1 natural 20.
Okay, let's see what you got.
Could I silvery barbs that so it's the 13?
I don't think so.
No?
What's the range
Okay.
on Silvery Bubs?
Oh, it's one of the guys in the
I
back.
think it's 60 feet, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Actually,
Right.
Karina, I didn't ask you what the range was on Chronal Shift, to be specific, but yeah.
30 for me, so.
Yeah, oh, right, yeah, you used it on the guy right next to it.
So.
Silvery Barb's range.
Yeah. My amulet won't apply for silvery barbs, will it?
Oh, that's a point. It's, I think it's targeting allies, but I'll have to just double read it. When wearing this ability, any spells or abilities you use that require a creature to hear you are doubled in range. Yeah, it'll double the range.
Yeah.
Great.
Cool.
Love that.
Nice.
And how are you distracting him with your silvery barbs? That's what I want to know.
Fuck you.
Brilliant. I love that. He goes into his shot is it's flying true and you're like, fuck you, and the arrow just swerves wide.
From 100 feet away.
Who's getting it? Well, to be fair, that you go, fuck you. He's coming out.
The fuck you on the wind.
Roll. Okay, I'm not gonna lie. I've just re-rolled a nat 20.
Fuck off.
God.
That just made him mad.
Who do you want to give advantage to?
Luca. No, Winona.
Winona
Yes.
advantage and Galfak, that crit will deal you 3 piercing damage already half.
All of that
Wow.
for 3 damage.
It was cool.
It was
was
really cool.
I got to
On
roll 2 nat
both
20s
ends.
in a row. Yeah, exactly. This bitch is gonna make her swing. Okay, I can't pick anymore. This bitch is gonna make her swing. She's quite pathetic. She's still gonna refresh the combat. Fucking bitch. She swings out with her crossbow once with advantage and gets a 9, and then a second time with advantage and gets an 11. Galfak, you're up.
You guys done trying to hit me. I'll speak a single command word and make this flail burst
Yep.
into flame.
Cool.
My scimitars. They're gonna be mine now. My turn.
Mhm.
Let's give her a swing. That's a nat 20.
Nat 20 will hit. Which one are you swinging at? The one on the left or right?
Who just tried to swing with me with
Yeah,
the
cool.
scimitars.
I feel very sorry for her. She currently has 11 hit points. Please give me your crit damage.
6 base, and then the no, I rolled really low on the base damage. Holy shit! And then that's going to be 46 fire damage. Yeah, that's 9 fire on top
Why
of that.
is it
So that's
46?
crit damage, right? Double the damage.
Yeah, but you've already rolled 1 lot of fire damage.
No, I didn't. That was just the regular weapon damage. 1d8 plus 5, or 2d8 plus 5.
It probably rolled the fire automatically.
I'm
the
guessing
first
that you're
time.
looking at D&D Beyond, not at
Yes.
Roll20. Okay, fine.
Yeah.
So we see the fire damage.
Oh.
Yeah, that's fine. Have you managed to do 11 damage?
Well, yeah, definitely.
Okay, great. She's dead.
Yeah.
And your second
Sorry,
swing...
no, I'm looking at the numbers in D&D Beyond.
I
because
think if you
Roll20
literally just
like,
right-click right and attack as crit and then add your rage damage...
Oh, I did. It didn't
I think
do
it
the
does
burning
all
damage.
the
It only
maths
did
for you.
2d6, not 4d6.
Oh, okay.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah, cool.
Right. And now I'm gonna continue my swinging and go for the guy right next to me as well.
Yep.
See if I can clap this guy's head in as well. Yeah, that's 26 to hit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's okay. Using the damage it automatically rolled on
16.
roll 20. That's 16.
Yep, he doesn't appear
Iron
bothered.
within. So that's gonna be 21 damage in total.
Okay, he doesn't appear bothered.
Tough guy, huh?
Okay, does that conclude your turn?
Yeah, that's gonna be my turn for the time being.
Okay, is it a wisdom save at the end of his turn, or is he just incapacitated for a minute?
At the end.
Mm-hmm. Okay, he'll make his wisdom save. That's a nat 20.
Yeah, that'll do it.
But as he runs, he provokes an opportunity attack from Riddle.
Oh, he can't run. That's the end of his turn.
Oh, yes, it is. It is, yes.
Oh.
Okay, well, in that case, Riddle will just walk up to him and boom! Bop him on the side of the head, attempting to render him unconscious. But it doesn't seem to have worked. Winona, you're up.
Okay. Who is... Wait, these guys in the back are all, more heavily armored, right? Have
The
we
guy on
hit
the
any of
left is
them?
heavily armored. The two on the right are firing bows. You haven't hit. You haven't hit any of them.
Yeah, I'll take out. Wait, who was the one throwing those fire bombs? Actually,
He finished with his firebomb and walked up. That guy threw a firebomb as well.
okay, well, fuck that.
Fuck that guy in particular, yeah.
Yeah, that's who I'm gonna aim at. Wait, I'm behind these barricades. Let me just.
If you want to attack the one next to Galthak, you can actually do so through the barricade, right? Because it technically is in between the two.
Yeah, I feel like Galthak has that handle.
Okay.
And so yeah, I'm gonna aim at this guy with my advantage from Kai.
You got advantage on Kai, yeah, nice, like that.
Yes, give me that sneak attack. Oh my god! One is a nat 1, the other's a nat 20. What the hell?
Nice.
Yes.
Damn, that's baller
Nat
as
20
hell.
spicy crit damage.
Oh, he's gonna hate this. Okay. Why did it... It did... Okay, well that was just the regular damage. It didn't do the sneak attack. So it's 4d6, I believe.
It is 46, yeah.
Oh, okay, so... Ooh, 24 damage.
Okay.
And, gosh, that was just one attack. I mean, yeah, he can have another one.
Is severely wounded.
Yay! Okay. 15 plus 8, 20 something.
That'll hit.
Okay, thank you for not making me do the math.
That's fine.
Okay. 4. Oh, wow. Damn!
Nice. He is
Ignore
dead.
the sneak attack, but that's a 9.
He's dead.
Awesome! Don't ever throw firebombs at me again. And then I'm gonna, poke
Yeah.
back in here.
Marvelous. Luke, you're up.
Okay, I'm gonna come out of hiding, and I'll bonus action move my hunter's mark onto this guy, and I'll sharpshoot at him.
Yep.
That's a 19 to hit.
19 will hit.
That's 23 plus.
Just to confirm, this is this guy, yeah?
No, the other one.
Oh, the other one, this one, yeah?
Yeah.
Cool. Okay. 23, yeah.
4 piercing, plus 2 lightning,
He is severely wounded.
and then I'll sharpshoot at him.
Did that include the Hunter's Mark? Oh, yeah, it did.
Yeah.
I see it. Yep.
That's a 22 to hit.
That'll hit. As your arrow takes him through the throat, he is dead. Oh,
That's 23.
spawned another enemy somehow.
Oh no, they're
I
multiplying.
just pressed the wrong button. Yeah. He is dead. Does that complete your turn, Luca?
And then I'll just move back behind the cover.
Okay, fantastic. Karina, you're up.
Oh, fudge, I don't know what I'm doing.
You've got one guy with an axe attempting to batter down Galthak. You've got one guy firing arrows like a dick, and one guy who is fighting off Riddle.
Gonna step
He
up
looks in
and
charge.
shoot a spike of mind energy at that guy.
Mind
Or
sliver.
cast mind sliver.
Yep. I'm trying to roll the
Int
con save.
save.
That's completely wrong. Nat 20 on the int save, I'm afraid.
Oh my god.
I've got a lot of nat 20s
Dang.
today.
Yeah,
Little
little
Give him a
dice
dirty
are-
look.
Give him a dirty look. That's not a reroll, is it? It's just a dirty look. Cool.
15, 20, 25, 30.
This guy with his axe is going to attempt. It definitely says scimitar, but he is using a battle axe. A 23 to hit you, and let's just check for the crit. And a 24 to hit you, Galthak. And I wish I could just roll once. Oh yeah, so 2 hits. The first is 2 slashing damage, and the second is 3. already half for you. So 5 slashing damage in total. Kai, you're up.
Okay. Does the guy by him seem like he's gonna run again?
He looks like he's going to be able to fight off Riddle, and he is in the process of trying to run.
Okay. My aim would also double the range of command.
Yeah?
Cool.
Anything that you could feasibly flavor as yelling at someone, it works.
Excellent.
Sorry, you're waiting for a
Yep.
save. Yeah.
Oh,
it's a
no.
+2 on
No,
this-
no, no.
Oh, it's a charisma save, isn't it?
No, it is wisdom save. But I was also going to unsettling words it.
So I'm rolling a d8, is that correct?
D6.
D6, okay.
Yes.
I'm afraid that is a 19 overall.
It's unimaginable.
And do you know what? In future, though, you can roll the d6. I think that
Yeah.
might go better. Yeah, why don't you roll the d6?
All right, for the fun of it, I'll roll the d6 right now. Wow, look at that. It's still a 1. It doesn't fucking matter. It never matters.
Well,
Maybe you should save Silvery Bombs for making them re-roll their
Wow.
saving throws.
man,
Yeah,
heartbreaking.
and it is the turn of this archer back here. Sorry, Kai. You can have a bonus action and some movement speed if you want.
Well, I don't, because I unsettling words.
No, yeah, true. Do you want to go anywhere? I don't think you want to get any closer, do you?
No, I'm good enough distance. I don't think it's far enough to me, so.
Okay, disadvantage attack on Winona and on the dude in front of Winona. Winona, that is a 18 to hit you.
Yep.
That is 5 piercing damage.
Hey, that was how much health I had left. Goodbye.
And the guy in front of you ducks the arrow and doesn't get hurt. And it flies past your ear. Galthak, you're up.
Alright. This bastard in my face is kind of a tanky son of a bitch. Yeah, let's try to recklessly beat this guy up, huh?
Yep.
That's a 23 to hit. Okay, that's going to be 16 damage plus the iron. He is
Fantastic.
going to give me 19.
I need you to make, every single one of you, to make a wisdom save, please. Actually, no, I'm gonna say, yeah, wisdom save. Wisdom save makes the most sense.
I'm knocked over.
Yeah, don't worry about it for you. No.
Good. I'm
That's
taking
a
a little
14
breather.
wisdom save.
Okay. You don't forget your blesses, yeah?
Nine.
Nice. So, there were 2 ships in the harbour. You hadn't been paying them much attention, but at this point, one of them lets out a sort of boom, and you actually feel the ground rock.
I'm sorry, that was an accident.
Okay, right. I was like, re-describe it? I haven't got to describing it yet.
Just start over now.
The ground sort of ruckles as the ship goes up in a pillar of flame, as the whole sort of beach covers in smoke. Those of you who are near some of the friendly village folk notice that they are sort of knocked back to the ground, and the smoke is thick, and you're all struggling and choking. Did anybody get above an 18?
Oh, no.
No? Cool. Okay. As the dust sort of settles, you notice that the 2 at the back have disappeared. They've ran off through the smoke. And
gosh.
crawling towards you is Riddle. You can just see like a massive burn mark up the side of his face where the explosion, because he was really close to it. Galthak, there's one guy who, with a battle axe, who's still determined to fight you. You may finish your turn.
So I would have observed everything that's been going on right there
Well,
as I was
you
battling.
didn't observe much. You just sort of, whoa! But
Right.
then, like,
Well, in that
your
case-
battle reflexes continue, and you fight off the guy
Yep.
next to you.
Let's keep the swing going then.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be a 27 to hit.
Yep.
It's going to be another 21 damage.
Nice. He is severely wounded.
Right. And
Yes, exactly.
no, not quite. What I am going to do is I am going to make him. Where is it again?
Shield master
Yeah.
shove.
Right. Yeah. I'm going to try and shove him to the ground with the shield.
Okay, athletics check.
Sure.
You got a nat
Yeah,
one.
that's 10.
Cool.
Oh, okay. Yeah, 10.
Yeah,
Okay,
you
that would
shove him down to the ground. And does that conclude your turn?
yell at him to surrender.
He smiles at you and like the blood drips between his teeth. Never. And
Your funeral then, mate.
Winona, I need a death save, please.
Oh no! Plot armor. 16.
Plot armor, we've done that. But congratulations, you succeeded. Luca, you see one guy still fighting battle axe toe to toe with Galfa. Everybody else seems to be clear. Do you want to go ahead and give me a perception check first, please? Actually, disadvantage because you're going through the fiery barricade thing.
Use my fox's luck because I rolled a 26 and then a nat 1.
Wow.
And that's another nat 1, so that's 11.
Fuck.
You can't roll in that one.
Yeah, that's what it says. It says you
Yeah.
reroll
Yeah.
and you have
Yeah.
to use the reroll.
Halflings can indefinitely reroll nat ones, right?
Mm-mm.
No, is it just the once?
They have to use the new roll.
Oh,
Yeah, they
I
can
didn't know
get
that. I
2 in
thought
a
it
row,
just
but
kept going. Cool.
You're the DM. If you want me to
No,
roll,
I'm
yeah,
good. So is that an 11? Yeah.
yes.
Okay. You make out some movement in the smoke, but you're unable to work out exactly what it is. Your turn.
I'll move here, and I guess I'll sharpshoot at the last guy standing. And I'll bonus action move my hunter's mark.
Sure.
That's a 16.
That'll miss.
With bless.
Yeah, bless.
I already used my bless on trying to.
You can use it on
get
every single attack roll, every single saving throw.
Oh, la-di-da.
Yeah.
Oh, you don't, indeed. Bless is OP.
What did I say? 16.
Yeah. You need a 17 to hit, so 17 will hit. Please describe his
yeah.
grisly demise.
That's 25 plus 6 lightning. So I get very close to the ground and my breathing starts to slow. And then as my breathing becomes in sync with the arrow, the tip of the arrow, lightning lashes around the head. And then as I fire it, it goes straight between his eyes and his head explodes in blood and sparks.
Nice.
hell yeah.
Nice.
The rest of you obviously will flock to the sides of the villages and to Winona to help her up. But Galfak, as this enemy drops in front of you, you notice at the water's edge 2 men sort of clambering onto what appears to be a longboat as a skiff is rowed out to sea by strong oarsmen. The last of the raiders making their escape after their failed raid.
That captain son of a bitch got away, didn't he?
Do I see this?
Through the flames, you sort of see some motion, but with all the smoke and everything, you can only just catch the back end of it. How far away do you need to be from them? How close do you need to be to them? I should have said to respond. You do see it, but not immediately. I would say they're about probably about 120, 130 feet away.
I think that's too far
Cool.
for me to do what I want to do.
Well, I don't know. I mean,
Yeah.
you could potentially, if you're throwing for a fireball, for example, obviously it increases with its radius. So I don't know whether there's something like that you could do.
Nope.
Okay. So you guys just sort of see them trickling away, but you see a lot of dead raiders on the ground. Some you didn't kill. some bearing the marks of sort of pitchforks and farm implements. You will also find at least 12 dead villagers and many very, very wounded, including, boys of sort of 12 or 13 upwards. After a little while, as you're crowded around Winona, a young girl, she appears to be maybe 10, sort of wanders up. You can see she's got a cut on her face, but she's also carrying a blood-covered dagger. And she's got a sort of rictus of a smile on her face as she's defended what appears to be her grandmother, who she's helping in. It appears that there were raiders who'd got past you guys or come round at other angles that have been fought off from people's homes. You see one young female, she's maybe 15, holding a hunter's bow, standing on the roof of one of the buildings, and her quiver is empty. These villagers were fighting for a long time before you arrived. Riddle approaches you, and he's barely able to stand, but he does let you know that he managed to fire one of the ships, but the other got out to sea, which is obviously where the boat went. Obviously, you saw the boat go up in flames, right? So you knew that he managed to fire one boat, but yeah. And he sort of smiles at you. Guess we better get riding, right? And you just see, literal blood just pouring out his face.
Yeah.
And
someone
you guys
give this man a healing potion.
Yeah, well, you guys can... He's got a healing potion as well. You guys can start sort of using all your healing shit in the break, because that is what we will do in a short break.
Yeah.
Cool.
Hello, and welcome back to the second half of our third episode of Soulforged. Second episode of Soulforged. We have just defeated the raiders in the little town of Appleby, and you will see once as the battle sort of is over that indeed a very old gentleman, looking quite fragile, comes down from the lighthouse. He saw everything, and he was the one who warned the town of the incoming raiders. And as he comes down, a white ship! I saw a white ship far out to sea. I'm sure I saw it.
Not red.
No,
right?
There were 2 red ships. One went up in flames, and a white ship far out to sea.
Oh.
Karina, give me a... Actually, no, I don't even think I need to check for this. Karina, you would know that traditionally out to sea, seeing a white ship is seeing your own death. It's sort of like a ghost ship, right? It's very much a superstition in the way of sailors, especially if you're the only one that saw it. But he seems to believe, at least, that he saw a white ship. He seems to be telling the truth.
All legends seem to have some sort of basis in fact.
Indeed. And no matter how much you peer out with spyglass or not, you will not see a white ship. What appears to be the speaker of the town, a lady in her 50s, who has a sort of... She's got a hoe with a dagger, like a table dagger attached to it. She sort of hobbles towards you. Thank you, travelers. You came at just the right time. Oh, big. Thank you for your help. How did you know to come?
Luca blushes and says, "Oh, you noticed?"
The fire.
She doesn't understand. Oh, but you were... What, out in the wilderness?
We happen to be passing by on business from the king, as it happens.
Oh. I'll tell the king his soldiers are well received in Appleby. Hey, Yana! Is it fair to say that these travelers will eat for free in your inn from now onwards? Yana, who is the woman who was right next to you, Winona, with the sort of scythe, she sort of smiles at you. Yeah, certainly, especially this little one. She pats Winona.
Aw. I wish we
Bravery
had
is
time.
unparalleled. No! When I'm not cooking now, no matter how much you were helpful, but if you ever return to Appleby, let it be known that at the Silver Horseshoe you eat for free. Forevermore, while I'm alive.
Aw.
We could go eat at Applebee's.
Is that a thing in the US? I don't know what Applebee's is.
This whole time I've been like, isn't Applebee's like a store or something?
It's like, yes. It's like a Chili's. Do you have Chili's out there?
Okay, so I'm just going to defend myself here with letting you know that I based this on a little tiny beautiful village where there's a really nice like horse fair that's on the side of the river. If you look up Appleby in Westmoreland, I'll type in the West.
Will be without the S at the end.
Yeah.
Applebee's will send me to the Applebee's website.
It's a beautiful. No, it's spelled differently as well. I think I just found the bar.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a really gorgeous village up in Cumbria that I drove through once, and I thought this was it gave me inspiration to call this place the same. I had no idea there was a restaurant of some sort of US. But you can eat for free in the Silver Horseshoe in Appleby.
Yay!
For the rest of time.
Hell yeah.
Yana will feed you there. Nevertheless, Riddle sort of smiles, and that being said, we have somewhere to be. I don't suppose any of you kept track of your horses.
We all hopped off of them, I think,
Yeah,
right?
he
Do you think
takes
they
a-
ran off?
He takes an unusual-looking sort of fluted instrument and blows into it. Kai, being an underwater creature, you would be able to hear this. It lets out an incredibly high-pitched noise that's uncomfortable to hear. It's like when you're a kid and you can hear the dog whistles. But sure enough, 3 horses come riding back. A 4th one is sort of Riddle's horse is sort of limping over at the side, and it'll be what it is. Winona, Karina, can you ride together again?
Oh, no problem. I'm like visibly trying not to look excited to ride the beautiful Phantom Steed. I'm trying to play it cool.
At some point, we'll get to the point that Karina can afford to just splash spell slots on it, and you'll all ride them.
That would look so cool. We could all have different mains.
I don't know when Karina is likely to be able to afford 5 level 2 spell slots.
It's 3, so you
Is
know.
it level 3? Wow, yeah. You should be choosing between Phantom Steed and Fireball. So Phantom Steed is way more important, obviously.
Yeah, make the correct choice.
Nevertheless, with the Phantom Steed assistance, you guys are able to mount back up, and as the sun sets, yeah, it does that in the morning all the time. As the sun rises in the morning, you do pass another village, the village of Earthen. You are Than. It is there that we will. Oh, come on! Don't tell me it's not here. I made
He
it.
was spelling it, Jay.
Ah.
I saw that confusion on your face. I think me and Jay heard that the same way. Like, you
Yeah,
are,
yeah.
and
Yeah.
then it's like I'm what?
No, you are Than. Okay,
What'd you
sorry.
just call me?
A Than. That's what I called you. I don't know what that means, but.
How dare you?
So rude.
Oh god, I've got every single monster in the game open. Come on, sort the shit out. There we go. Too many things to click at the same time. Got it. Yeah, as you ride past Earthen, you see that various buildings have been torn asunder. And as you slow briefly to look through the rubble, the town appears completely empty. It is...
This...
Go on.
Oh, does this destruction look recent?
Yeah. within the last few hours. The embers of the fires still burn, even despite the driving rain. And after a little while, a young boy runs out from the rubble. His face is burnt, and he clutches a small animal. As you look closer, it appears to be a cat. He clutches it to his breast. You see tears streaked down his face, the only clean marks in the soot. Excuse me. Where did everyone go? Did you see where everyone went?
Oh, I'm sorry we didn't see anyone.
It all happened so fast. I hid. Is that bad? Should I have
No.
tried to help?
No.
You did fine.
Where do I go now?
I'm gonna look around,
Give me a
see if there's
perception check.
any.
I was gonna do the same. Looking for any sign of life. Perception.
18.
Karina, you don't see anyone in the village. But you see a boat, a raft, drifting towards the shore.
Wow.
On the raft are 20 to 30 villagers.
Oh no. Fuck's sake.
Hands
I
tied.
got a 26. Is that
Yep.
anything more
You
helpful?
can see the same thing.
Oh no.
No other life appears to be in this village, and every building is burnt down to the ground. However, actually, there is one thing, Winona, that you do notice. You notice a bucket of what appears to be black tar perched on the edge of a well. If you do go close enough, you will see that they poured the tar into the well, attempting to make it unusable. As this raft gets closer, you notice that the villagers on the raft are fighting each other.
Fuck.
You have to get him out of.
Agreed.
And as he sees the raft that you're looking at, Mum? Mum? And he turns to you. Why is Mum fighting Stephen? What's going on?
I need you to be very brave. Would you
Shut
like
up.
to ride on a magic horse?
Is Mum coming?
Maybe one day.
But can't leave her behind. He's gonna hurt her. Look. Points out.
I'm gonna turn him away from her
Okay.
so that he can't turn and look at them.
He continues to call for his mum, but there's no response from anybody on the raft. As they come in again, you sense no kinship between them.
We need to leave. We can't handle them.
Riddle nods and reaches out to take either Winona or the boy, whichever you prefer, and put one of them on his horse.
I'll go with Riddle, begrudgingly.
If you don't mind, he will lift you onto his horse.
Okay. A little person.
Sorry. We're in a hurry. Let's go. Before we get in any trouble.
Okay, yeah.
God, that's heart-wrenching. And he rides away, leading you all. The last thing you hear as you leave the village is the rest of you, not Karina, with the sobs of the young boy into Karina's shoulder. As you ride to
I've got
Karve.
the cat too. I didn't leave the cat.
Yeah, of course,
Just
of
saying.
course.
Thank God.
Look, the cat was never in danger, let's be real. I've just realised that you guys have been on the wrong page for all of this time. But hey, that's what you could have seen.
Well.
Well, damn.
Did I dream that?
What?
What?
Is the cat alive?
Yeah.
Okay, I totally dreamed that he was holding the dead body of a cat.
No, I did say that its fur appears to be singed. But that's all. It's not dead. It's just a little worse for wear.
That would have been too sad.
No, we don't kill cats in this campaign.
That's why I thought, I was like, hold on, we're carrying around
Just
the
horses,
carcass of
it's
a
fine.
dead cat.
Oh, horses
just
and
horse.
humans, yeah, great. But no cats.
Good.
It is high afternoon, yeah, that's what we're going to call it.
High
It is
noon.
late
High noon.
afternoon.
It's high noon.
On the final day,
Right back game.
as you begin to ride into Karve. Karve is a relatively large village, and it's famous for the carving of the black dragon that sits out to sea. It's nobody knows who carved it. It's quite far into the ocean, and it's huge. I mean, it stands taller than a 2-story house, and it's said that the carving is incredibly lifelike, too lifelike, in fact. As you
Whoa.
begin to ride towards the town, you notice a small contingency of soldiers, perhaps 12, in tents with makeshift barricades made up on the way in. Standing near the soldiers, you see a man who you recognize to be Discretion. He looks almost mad, almost insane with liveliness. His eyes are completely wide and bloodshot through, and his hands shake a little bit as he stands there. You've seen the effect of the Karaseed on the horses. This is the effect of the Karaseed on humans. He looks like he's pushed himself to his limits to get here.
Jesus.
You notice a sea chest sort of down by his horse. And he approaches you and takes in each of you and the young boy. What news?
Where do
I'll
we
just
start?
shake my head and put my hand over the boy's ear, the one that's not pressed against my shoulder.
He gestures for a soldier and says, Corinne, if you'll go here with Jerris, he'll lead you to one of the houses in town. You can get something to eat and perhaps something for the boy. If you go, Karina, Riddle will give a full report of everything that's happened so far. And Karina, when you reach the home, there are a few women there who seem to be tending to children. It looks like they've moved all the elderly and the children into these 3 or 4 buildings. And quickly they will welcome you in and offer to take the boy off of your hands, so that you can rejoin the party at the end of Riddle's report.
I would have tried to coax the boy's name out of him on the ride over.
Yeah. His name is Kepit. And he will proudly tell you that the cat's name is Lily, short for Lilibeth. Like this. He will also proudly tell you that my daddy's a prince. And he beams at you.
Prince of what?
Prince of the country. Mum says he'll come back one day.
I see.
Scandalous.
Well, right now, these nice ladies are going to take care of you. And Lily.
That we will. That we will. And then sort of an old lady sort of comes over, and you can see at first he doesn't want to leave you, but slowly she tempts him away with stew. And she looks over at you and, would you like something to eat, love?
What kind of stew?
We have to wait till Karina takes a bite to find out. If she takes a bite.
Yes,
and she
thank
offers you a bowl and a spoon. We're a little short on bowls, so if you can find the time to hand it back, that'd be great. It's rabbit stew. Or coney stew, as it's known.
I'm ready to make my charisma save, or my constitution saving throw for this poison
it's
soup
great.
that I've just been given.
It's great. It's really tasty.
see what happens, right? See what we're dealing with.
They could probably afford a nice holiday to Neat Bay.
We know what happens when we don't pay. I mean, it's not ideal, but unless we can find a third option, I vote to see what happens when we do pay.
I'm inclined to agree. Just once. To see what happens. And we lay in wait, and if a raider sets foot on this ground, they die.
Agreed.
Isn't that how they're getting the money?
You're not sure? They've
I
only
imagine
asked
they
for the
get-
sea chest to be placed on the beach, right?
Mm-hmm.
I imagine they get the majority of their money though by like raiding towns and other ships. And this is, I guess, a big investment they're trying to get now.
So, putting the money on
Bit
the
of money they
beach
could.
and watching? Is that the choice?
I don't
After
Well,
know.
we know what happens if we don't,
Sorry, Colin.
and this place could not survive it.
Mhm. Well,
There's no other option.
not as far as we know. Not yet. That
Principle
decides-
sits badly with me, but money is money.
Yeah, he doesn't care about the money, but he does care that perhaps it could be worse. Right, and he puts the sea chest will be taken to the beach, and the soldiers will help you all to find a different place to hide. As you all watch at the beach, as a tiny rowing boat is rowed up to the shore. An arrow whistles past a man who is rowing up to the shore. As you hear a soldier cry out, "Wait! Wait! I know him!" A man steps out the boat, and you see that he is wearing nothing but a loincloth. He walks over to the money. He places on the boat. He pushes the boat out to sea. You see him secure a rope onto part of the boat. A rope that he was carrying with him. Shortly after, he falls down, dead. As you get there, you will see that his throat is coated in black. He was given a poison. After a little while, you see something floating towards the shore. Looks like perhaps a rock. But as it washes up on the shore, you see it is not a rock, but a body part. After a while, different parts of different captured villages wash up to the shore in blood.
Is this because we're late?
It's because you paid.
What is the point of this?
You can see the anger in the soldiers' eyes as they collect the body parts and bury them.
Do we see the main raider ship out there, or just the rowboat?
Just a robot
So we can't see,
floating
like-
out to sea.
You can't see where these parts are just appearing from.
Give me a... I don't think you would know, but Karina, you can give me an insight check with advantage. You do see, however, that the little rowboat is met by another boat, another small boat, and pulls the chest onto it, and begins to row out to sea, round to the west. Karina would know that round to the west, a little way out, is an inlet that the raider ship must be hiding in. The insight
18.
check, an 18. Whoever set the boat out could easily have let out something that was suspended under the water. The tides would bring it in. you also work out that even if they saw the money placed upon the beach, the timing is incredibly tight.
That's what I was about to
They
say.
knew
Like,
you
if
were
we
going
hadn't
to pay.
paid.
His discretion sort of moves closer to you all than to Riddle. They must have had someone watching from inside the village, surely. Some kind of vantage point, some view. And as he says this, you see a large black bird rise up from one of the buildings. Karina, as you see it, you notice it's not behaving like an animal. It flies too straight and too direct, as if cold.
I throw a firebolt.
As you hit it with the firebolt, it dissipates to almost nothing, a single feather floating down. You know this must have been a familiar. Discretion turns to you all. We'll leave the other chest here for recompense for these villagers. We ride back to the castle. We must discuss how we're going to deal with this before any more raids come.
What if in the meantime, whilst we go, they take more villagers and then demand this again?
What if they take them from further up the coast or further down the coast? We must hold council.
I think we
must
should
hold
go
council with
up
king.
the coast on our way back to the main city and take everyone with us. Just evacuate the whole coast.
The only places along the coast on that way are the village where you found the hangman's noose, a couple of other small villages, and the main town. You can perhaps warn them, and indeed there's a large cohort of soldiers. You can leave soldiers with them, each ready to defend the town, but the villagers won't leave their homes on possibility. They have livelihoods.
Yeah, but they've seen what's happened.
Have they?
Their people were taken in the middle of the night. No one was none the wiser, and then they've literally seen their friends and family fight each other over a cloak.
In Forge, which is the only village where villagers have been returned forged, and there are still villagers living, they are determined to look after the people they've taken in and to be good to them. Though discretion makes a quiet request to Riddle that he won't try to hide from you that one of the forged villagers is captured and brought to the castle. Perhaps from Eartham, where there was no one to look after them, so that they can be studied. It's not nice, but at least it might render some answers.
Better than nothing.
Verity will bring the rest of the soldiers in, and will make sure that every town and village between the place up to the north where he went, that James can't remember the name of, Highdowns, every village between Highdowns and Velaris, at least those at the coast, will have soldiers there for now, but we're spread too thin. It's like the tale of the man who hid his nakedness with a hat. I wish we could move our soldiers as fast as that man moved his hat. Let us make our way to Velaris and discuss things there. And unless you have any objections, that is what we'll do. Ride back. Leave the coast manned.
I kind of would. I kind of want to bring the boy back to Valaris.
Okay. If you go to the house where the woman was looking after him, he sort of looks at you and he comes running over. And I'm assuming you told him your name.
Yes.
Karina, are you leaving me?
Actually, Kibbit, I was going to ask if you'd like to come with us.
You're going back to see Mum?
Actually, we're going to with the castle. The castle of the king.
That's where Dad's from. Am I going to see my dad?
Maybe.
If you think it's for the best. We're going on the magical horse, right?
Yes,
Can I bring Lilibeth?
of course.
And clutches the cat close to him. The woman will tell you that he only let the cat go long enough for it to eat some food. Since then, he's clutched it.
Oh.
Karina, as he walks away with you, he opens his hand and shows you something. Mum gave me this. She told me to keep it safe. My dad gave it to her. And he opens his palm, and in his hand is a royal signet ring.
Oh.
That is where we'll end.
Oh my god.
You will take Kepit back with you to Valaris. Discretion, unless you tell him, doesn't recognize the boy in any way. But if you tell him, then obviously he will be informed.
I would not have said anything.
No, didn't think so.
The drama.
MVPs. Yeah, let's move to those. Who did we? Josh, I think. Were you last? Yes, you were. Yes, you were.
I am bothered.
Oh,
Because the soldiers aren't gonna do fuck all. People were taken, and no one knew until it was too late, and then they were brought back. Soldiers are useless, and I intend to tell the king this.
next episode.
Anyways, my MVP is just the amount of like 20s that were rolled today by everyone.
Yeah, I know, right?
And equally nat ones. Yeah, just a lot of strong rolls.
What they were. Michaela.
Oh, well, speaking of strong rolls, my MVP is Orcai's spells being resisted by just literally everyone and everything, including just some random raider goons. Unlike one day, but not today.
Jamel.
My MVP is the greatest sacrifice for the greater good, the horse's neck.
Yes,
Aw.
you did kill a horse by sitting on its neck. Whilst riding
It's
it.
a massive oof.
Yeah, definitely. Alora.
I like how there's this, social encounter. We gotta convince this ferryman to take us, and Kai's just like, how about no? No.
Yeah, it's also the guy who was gonna do the persuading, right? Being the bard, and he was just like, this will come what the fuck is ferry? I love that. That was great.
Yeah, it was to save time.
Yeah,
Hell
it did.
yeah.
It did. Yeah, because there would have been a choice in Eartham about stopping long enough to see the boat come in or not. But you guys were riding straight on, and B, you'd saved so much time by doing the walk on water. But yeah, ended up not having to be a meaningful choice, which is cool. Speaking of which, Jay.
Yeah, when we were finished at Appleby and like the old woman comes up and she's just like, oh yeah, oh you're big, and Josh is like, well thank you.
Thank you for noticing.
Yeah, I have to give a minor MVP to how unrelated 90% of everything that came out of Josh's face today was.
Yeah.
We had-
That's on brand.
Is Neat Bay messy and is Mesa neat? Are there merchants in Tradeford? Amongst various other comments that just seemed out of left field.
They were the only comments that were out of left field. Everything else
Oh,
tied.
totally, yeah, totally. 100%. Couldn't agree more. Yeah, no, I appreciate you guys really sort of getting invested in different moments. I'm really glad you went back for Kepit. That is going to be a spectacular encounter in the castle. Can't wait.
Oh,
I can't wait. I'm living for this drama.
Yeah, but whose is it, right? There's 3 princes.
Exactly. We're like taking bets on the way
My
there.
gold is going to a registered nanny who's just gonna run my house with the kid in it, and I'm not gonna tell anybody.
Oh, you're not even gonna bring him into the castle? Oh, that's brilliant. I love that. What a twist. Yeah. When he grows old and suddenly you reveal it and he becomes the next king and yeah, cool. Anyway,
Old.
so
Can
yeah,
you
I love that you
imagine?
went back for Kepit. I really like that you paid. I think it was good that we were able to see what happens both ways. Yeah. Not think he'll be paying again anytime soon, but
No.
Nope.
It's,
but in some ways, it may have been a mercy.
Yeah, that's the thought.
As episode title says, there's no right answers really with that one, is there? So, on that note, I think that's where we'll end.
Wait, are you forgetting something, James?
Oh, yes, I am. Sorry, I did tell you on the break, which is cheating, really. You're not meant to, you guys do level up with that.
what?
Hey.
Wait, you also forgetting your MVPs as well, or did you cover that already?
I just spent like 2.5 minutes talking about them, but obviously your ears were...
Right, no, I thought you doing a recap rather than MVPs. That's what it sounded like.
No,
My
I
bad.
mentioned various
Okay,
moments I
never
liked.
Yeah, fair enough. I'm foolish.
Yes, with that note, if you would like to say goodbye on your own, Jamal, we'll kick you out the call and we'll finish the goodbye. No, you do all level up, and
Yay.
we shall see you all next week for next session. If you guys would like to say goodbye,
Goodbye.
Bye.
we shall see you soon.